last week, sorry, not last week, 2 sessions ago, no, 2 weeks ago, it was a short session.
Mm.
Alright, so I am beginning my recording.
But
Butts.
but
Alright.
sounds like a Hanson song.
Alright, then so let's do a quick recap for Gru as well as ourselves about what happened 2 weeks ago. So the party went down a hole.
Yep. Well, Aster went down, said there's bad stuff, threw some bad gas, came up and told us to wait 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went down the hole.
Yeah. And going down the hole, there were 2 paths to take. The party went left.
Memes.
The party
Yeah.
went left. We flipped some switches. It did things like rotating gears.
It did not actually. Y'all didn't find the correct combination to turn the gears. You did release you did release a bunch of gooey liquid into the room.
Yes, and we learned that the slime puddles, if you touch them, something talks to you.
Much like many things within the tool, if you touch something, it talks to you.
Are you okay?
Don't touch the slime.
It
Yeah, so
whispers most interesting things.
Mhm. Yes, and after playing with the control panel, the party tried to play with the slime, trying to figure out what could get rid of it, which they found was radiant damage, just in case it comes up. And they have retreated back into this room with all the plant life and vegetation. Took a short rest, I must add, and are contemplating to go down towards the south.
Before playing more with the console.
Mm-hmm.
And Gray planked in the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Because acid is rough, man.
So I guess we should check the southern path.
All right, who's leading the way?
Well, Estrada's normally not the person in front, but
Gray will politely slide past so that way she is safe.
hey,
All
Roy.
right.
Hey, Roy, go check for traps.
I check for traps.
Okay. Give me
Perception.
a perception.
I have a plus 13 to perception ever since that last ability score up increase.
Wonderful. All right. So you do not notice any traps in the tunnel you're in. Sorry, the pathway you're in.
I am 99% certain there are no traps here.
That was supposed to be a athletics, so it's like 6 points higher or something.
To jump over the slime.
Yes.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Whizzaw! Right into the spider web.
No, that's fine. That's not. That's just decoration.
Shit. Do I
It's
also
just
have to jump over the slime?
Yes, please.
either that or you can ask somebody to yeet you.
No, Roy actually has a fairly decent strength score now because of the. I think it's God or the Charm, one of those. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
I am beauty, I am grace. I will
Okay.
shoot you in the face.
So as Roy, as you land,
Hmm.
you glance around and you feel there's something odd about the wall towards your left.
I knock on the wall.
It sounds hollow.
I push the wall.
Okay, hold on, let me see if it's trapped. Ah, it's not. Okay. Okay,
I cry out. I found a secret door. I enter the secret room.
go ahead.
It's a secret
So,
hallway.
yes, so what you see is a hallway um, that veers towards the right.
I want to check this hallway for traps before we go any further. Hello, Kiwi.
We have a kiwi.
Indeed.
Secret tunnel.
Through the mountains?
I mean, technically,
In the wall.
once you're deep enough underground, everything's a mountain.
Okay. Anyway, I'm checking for traps.
I see that Gru has clipped into the wall.
Gru has gone through a secret door.
Okay. Actually, I was just planning to use your previous roll, which is fine. This tunnel appears to be untrapped.
To be untrapped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Let's-
hoping people are gonna follow behind me while I explore.
Lestrana wants to jump over the slime.
Yeah, go ahead. That barely passes. Go ahead.
So Lestrana does the thing where like she skids slightly forward and
Mm-hmm.
teeters on the edge of falling and not falling.
Yeah.
I mean, Lestrana is about as good at jumping as my fighter, which is strange. It's just because the dice hate my fighter in athletics.
Eh. Yeah.
I mean, your fighter has a funny strength score. You don't have to roll for it.
Yeah. But still.
Okay. Do I have to roll again to leap over
No, it's
this?
fine. Go ahead.
Yeet. I yeeted myself. Ah,
No, that's fine.
there's
It's
more
okay.
slime.
Mm-hmm.
Gray
Okay.
gets out a yellow rubber ducky flotation device and kind of
Mm-hmm.
tosses it in the middle of the puddle and uses it as a stepping stone to get across the puddle.
All right. Yeah. So, Roy, as you enter this small area,
Mm-hmm.
it strikes you that the room is shaped oddly
Mm-hmm.
because there you feel that there should be something else further down this hall, but there's just a blank wall, and on the side of it is a door.
Probably where Wither staircase goes that we can't access.
Mm-hmm.
I knock on the wall.
Nothing happens.
He's
Doesn't sound hollow.
making tea for someone else.
He's having he's getting lectured by the people
The
in the
safety
workshop.
officer. Uh, so you knock on the door. It does appear to be hollow.
The wall?
No, sorry, the door. You're knocking on the door, correct?
No, I
No,
knock on
the
the
wall.
wall.
Ah, the wall is hollow. Yes.
I'm looking for like any seams or any kind of indication that I can open this wall.
There is none.
I try pushing against the wall.
Nothing happens.
Hmm.
I can give you a sledgehammer in 6 hours of your free time, but I don't think you're going to find much. You're probably going to piss somebody off real bad.
The walls attack back.
Don't attack the walls.
Question:
Mm-hmm.
If I throw enough fireballs, will it destroy the wall?
You want to try?
I'm tempted to say yes, but I feel like the correct answer is no.
The correct answer is no.
I think there's something else we want to save those fireballs for.
Hmm. But I'm really curious though.
Kill yourself on your own time.
Yeah, but
Um,
we've had a thing whispering in our heads. The last thing that did stuff when we touched slime nearly killed us.
That was mold.
Yes, but if we find the thing that made this stuff, pointing at slime, we may need to kill it with the fireballs.
Okay, I'm gonna hand somebody else the necklace of fireballs because I'm supposed to be extremely reckless and I don't want to. And I really want to roleplay that. But no.
We all just keep sitting there talking you down from it as you go. No, did you explain? How about we just take that from your possession? Don't hand it to Lestrana.
Don't jump, Roy.
Gray considers eating the spicy meatballs and passes them off to somebody else.
Fine, I open the door.
All right.
Aster wants spicy meatballs?
Sure.
Just hold them until it's safe for Roy to use them.
Aster can always use her thing if they accidentally explode.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for Roy, you push open the door. It swings open, and you see a small staircase heading down before hitting what appears to be a pier. There are two rowboats they can see docked at the pier, along with what seems a large metal contraption looking like a cage.
I bet there's something in that cage.
Oh, that's not as it because the cage is hanging above the water. Uh, and connected to the cage, you see a long chain that goes down connecting to a pillar. That has a winch connected to a winch.
I bet there's something underwater.
Uh, your you roll a high enough passive perception roll and as it so looking down the stairs, you do see the remains of crab shells.
Ah, this is a crab pot.
And as that thought strikes your mind, looking across the lake where you are on right now, you do see within the lake itself, there appears to be large patches of areas where there's large floating goo
Mm-hmm.
and slime within the lake itself. And but you are sharp-eyed enough to get glimpses of the bottom of the lake,
Mm-hmm.
and you see little dots of lights scuttling around.
Yes, this is a crab pot. Well, I think we need to row the boats.
Alternatively, we could not go in the water.
I mean, we could also see if we could figure out the puzzle with the console.
Hmm.
And what was at the end of the room? What was at the end of the hall that wasn't this?
Probably other forms of death.
Undescribed puddles of goo and a
Yeah,
wall.
that's pretty much correct. For Gray. Gray has correct description for it.
Hmm. So what are we doing?
We can either go look at Waterfriend or we can go poke Console Friend and try to not get more of Slime Friend. Which one is most invested in? Sounds good.
I bet Slime Friend lives in the water. Let's not go in the water.
Well, if the displays on the wall in the console room were any indication, there's other things that we could explore that don't involve being in the water. We just need to make the rooms change.
Without pulling the slime lever.
Without pulling the we all drown lever, yeah.
Slime.
Hmm. Alright, let's figure out the puzzle then.
Well, we probably have to. I mean, it's not so much of a puzzle as it is we want to somehow rotate the rooms to get to where we're wanting to go.
Yes.
So there must be another way to get into that room, or we have to leave a person in there, one or the other.
I see a hole over here.
Okay, so
Where
as
did
Gray dashes down the other area.
where did
Where's
Gray
everyone's
go?
where's everyone else right now?
Did Gray go back into the hallway from before?
I don't
Gray
know. I didn't see where Gray went.
Yeah, I
went
didn't see.
all Gray went all the way here.
Okay. Aster will tentatively I don't think Aster will run to the hallway because we haven't checked for traps yet.
Okay, so sorry. Sorry, I need to clear my throat. Okay, so entering this hall, because it's fairly large, um, this hall is well lit. There are 6 candles lighting the area. And there are, the usual puddles of slime along this 10-foot wide hallway. Roy,
Hmm.
you feel there's something wrong with the floor. It feels to be slightly sloped towards
Oh,
the right. Towards the right.
sloped up or sloped down?
Sloped down towards the right.
I've seen this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so at the same time, you look, you look at the ceiling, and you see the words written in common in Awaken Napaka.
I lean over to Aster. I'm like, you think there's a language where that means run, motherfucker?
There are many languages in the world. Uh,
It's certainly
So-
possible. Aster
so
says.
at the same time, looking towards the left and the right of this hallway, um, the okay, I just realized that's actually a bit conflicting. But on the right side of the hall, there is a thick purple curtain that's hanging, uh, along the from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. It's a
And
thick purple what?
curtain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I see what's the problem. There was supposed to be a hidden door, but the map designers didn't put a hidden door there. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, the thing that Gray saw was supposed to be hidden, so I'm just gonna hide it for now. Even though it looks pretty bad. Okay.
Aster feels like in another reality, like Elden Ring, they've died in this kind of hallway.
Well, Strana's going to ask Bunny in her brain who Napaka is.
The foolish lush queen of Olmo. We met her earlier today. Yesterday?
Ah.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday.
Silverfur's bad at names. I'm going to say Lestrana's bad at names too.
It was the zombie that breathed out bad gas at everyone. That Lucanu returned back to the sarcophagus proper.
Ah.
But yes, this is the hallway that the few of you are currently in. Also, the last thing that is noticed is so the area that Gray is at, you do see towards the corner, the little thing that's poking out.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bas relief of a crocodile humanoid holding up a chest, and the chest appears to be real.
Oh, I figured it was 6 sconces that were lit and the 7th sconce that wasn't lit.
No.
Are there 6 sconces that are lit?
Yes. Those would be the ones. Those would be the candlelight.
Aster turns to Roy. Have your immovable rod ready.
I have my immovable rod.
I don't know what's gonna try to kill us, but I have the feeling, based on you saying this is slope, that it's probably gonna try to like crush us or something.
What about the hole in the wall?
Hole in the wall. Can we see the hole in the wall?
No.
Okay, we don't know about the hole in the wall.
Yeah,
It's right
because
in
that
front
was a
of me.
mistake on the. That was a mistake on the map makers.
You're hallucinating, Gray.
Mm-hmm. That was a mistake on the map maker.
Should we maybe tie the rope of climbing to the movable rod?
I don't know where we want to put the immovable rod. Is my only problem.
I mean, it can be tied to it with the rod still being mobile.
That's true. Yeah, that might be a good idea. In case the floor like does that thing where it like suddenly goes down 90 degrees or 45 degrees and we all start falling.
Or something gets really slippery on it and causes us to slide.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So if the party is intending to make an anchor point, where would the immovable rod be? Or is that just a contingency plan?
I think contingency right now.
All
The
right.
rope is tied to it and providing us a place to grab in the
And-
event that we get washed in some direction.
All right.
Suggestion: entrance of the hallway, because that way we can climb up the rope to the entrance of the hallway.
Anyway, let's keep exploring.
Because the rope's 50 feet long, so theoretically it works for pretty much anywhere in this room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how is the party intending to explore this room? This hall,
Slowly.
should I say?
Hey,
Fair
Roy, you
enough.
should check for hidden doors and passageways that we conveniently can't see because the map maker hid them correctly.
That's oddly specific, but okay. I'll check for hidden passageways we may not see because the map maker forgot to include them.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I mean, 14's not bad.
Okay, so
I mean, can Lestrana look?
sure.
Because Lestrana gets a thing.
Yeah, please roll with advantage. Because you have your dungeon delver.
Let's delve that dungeon.
It's not much better.
Not much better, but at least passes the DC. Uh, alright, so Lestrana, you're walking around the room, correct?
Yeah.
At least it's walk carefully. So around where Gray is, let me just drop you there. So around where Gray is standing, you find two things. There appears to be two secret walls. There's one that is where's my arrow? There's one that's here, and there's one that's here.
I will point these out to people. Which one do we want to check?
Hmm.
I mean, both of them, but let's check the one that you approached first. So the one on the side.
Okay. I'll skip your 15. So you find that there is a hollow behind this wall. But you cannot find a way to open it on this particular section of the wall. What you do notice is that next to the wall, next where there's a chest that is slightly built into the wall. The keyhole to this chest appears to be real.
Mm-hmm. I wonder. Can
Make sure
I?
check it for mimics.
Oof. Yeah. I stand far back and I fire an arrow into the chest.
Oh wait, Aster still has treasure sense, don't they? For like one more day.
I think it's more like half a day, but yes, you will still have it.
Okay, Aster uses treasure sense. Is there anything in the chest?
Treasure sense can go through wall, correct? Can it?
Yes. It can go through like wood and stuff. I don't think it can go through like stone. Let me check.
It's probably limited by certain thicknesses of stone.
It just says 30 feet of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So location of precious stones within 30 feet. So they never mention anything about cover, which means it doesn't have cover. All right. 30 feet. Oh, how far is
Yeah.
30 feet?
Yeah, I assume that dwarves use it for like mining and stuff.
Yeah. So while you do not sense anything within the small chest that's next to the Strana, you sense something of high value behind the wall, behind the larger wall towards the left.
So like if I'm standing at the front of the wall, how far is it from me?
I don't think it gives you a it gives you a distance. I'll just say it gives you a direction. It's behind the wall.
It does say you can pinpoint.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so you can use an action to pinpoint the location of precious stones and
Oh,
metals.
this turn last you can use an action to pinpoint by sand. Then you'll know that it's roughly 15 feet. When you're standing in front of this wall, it's 15 feet behind it.
That means that there's probably 10 feet of trap in front of it. Aster backs away. So there's something really valuable behind that wall. 15 feet behind that wall. I can smell it. Smells like treasure.
Hmm. Okay. I put my ear to the wall and then knock to see if it's hollow.
It is indeed hollow.
Okay. I push on the wall to see if it opens.
It does not.
I very strongly considered getting out my necklace of fireballs.
How you said the chest had a keyhole?
Yes.
Like it was locked?
No, it's just a keyhole.
Yeah.
Can somebody who's not me check if that chest is a mimic? Like,
Aster goes and puts their hand on the chest to see if it gets sticky.
No? Oh, right, because mimics are sticky. Yeah, no.
Okay, not a mimic. Please come
Sorry,
unlocked.
I was confused for a moment.
Yeah, mimics are sticky. If you touch them, you get stuck to them.
No, I saw a mimic yesterday at the con, so my brain is a bit.
Someone in
Yeah,
cosplay.
yeah.
Okay.
They was
Time
cosplaying as
to,
a chest.
Time to unlock the chest.
Wait. Where's the immovable rod right now?
I'm holding it.
Put it in front of the door in case there's something in there protecting the treasure, so it can't like run at us.
Good point. I put
So, like
it
just
at
put it in the in the middle of the hallway at like waist height.
I put it at like neck height for the comedy.
Okay, it's gonna leave a bruise.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you put the immovable rod in front of this wall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What do I roll to pick a lock? Dexterity, right? That's just straight
Sleight of hand.
dexterity.
No, it'll be dexterity check with your thieves tools proficiency.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm using my thieves' tools.
All right.
Your skills of the thieftest.
Plus dexterity, so that should be a lot higher, correct?
It is
Yes.
dexterity.
Yeah, so
Plus
there should be at least a
proficiency,
plus.
so it should be 4 higher.
Yeah, it should be 4 minimally a 4 or 8 higher, assuming you took expertise in it.
With my thieves' tools?
Yeah, I assume you
Yes.
have expertise, so it should be like a 31. Okay,
Yes.
good. Okay,
Oh,
as you
I don't like that.
no, it's good because I don't have to run it. I'm a pretty lazy person. So as you put your thieves tools in, you turn it slightly.
Mm-hmm.
It turns, and the door next to the Strana opens.
Secret tunnel. Aster goes through the secret tunnel. I can
Okay.
smell the treasure.
Yep.
Are there any switches on the ground that are going to cause this hallway to rotate and try to trap us?
Well, if you already moved in, it might be too late for it.
I
It's a
remember
bad time.
I remember it being in like the middle of the hallway in the last one.
2 more horrors?
Or no, like in the other hallway that we found the rotating hallway puzzle trap.
Mhm.
Ah,
Or
yes.
like on the previous floor.
It was in the middle.
So Aster's just gonna look to see if there's like a pressure plate or anything.
Give me a perception roll.
Perception is wisdom, right?
Yep.
I have advantage on that because, oh my god.
You don't notice any pressure plates.
I feel pretty confident about that then.
Mm-hmm.
Aster moves down the hallway. Do I encounter anything before I see? Oh, what the fuck is that?
So I'm just gonna put you where you will notice it. So you notice a large wheel blocking your way. A large
Okay.
round object blocking your way.
Okay, there was definitely something that was gonna try to kill us.
Yeah.
Does it have any way of like? It looks like, from my point of view, it looks like a siege engine of some sort.
Uh, that's because you can see the token. But for your character, as you are crawling through this hallway and looking out of it, you see a giant, large jade. No, not jade. Sorry, large stone, round object blocking your way.
Eldritch blast until it falls apart. From the safety of this tiny hallway.
Okay, if that's the case, can I have initiative from everyone?
It's in the way of my treasure.
It might be your treasure, but we'll see how it goes.
The treasure might be in its butt.
Let's see. Fortunately, I rolled very low.
My history of critical initiatives continues.
Oh, that's the wrong one. The counter should be a 16. Okay. So, initiative order in this direction. Roy, please move back to where you were.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move down the initiative order to Esther. So Esther, you are planning to shoot at this large object, correct?
Is Gray right behind me?
Yes.
In that case, I'll swing my sword instead because I assume it's counted as a creature, so I'd have disadvantage. Correct?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 2 sword swings. Make sure I don't have things checked that don't need to be checked. Okay.
There's no impact for swinging something when you're prone, correct?
Nope.
Okay. Right, prone you have advantage of getting attacked on, but you don't have oh no, you do have disadvantage on attacks.
Do either of those hit?
When you're inside a crawl space, so you're crawling. You have a disadvantage on attack roll, so this first attack misses. So please try again. That's a hit. So that would be
21 damage.
okay.
Give me my treasure, you wheel.
All right. Sorry, give me a moment. I need to. My English isn't very good this morning.
I have a degree in English, and it's my native language, and it's not very good.
I have 2 first languages, and English is one
okay.
of them.
Thug
No, the sentence is
smash.
the sentence is very long. I'll just share it with you. I can share it after this is done. Okay. Gray, you see Esther, who's both of you are prone inside this small crawl space. You see Esther poke a sword out from the hole. What are you trying to do?
With there being no way around Aster, Gray would start to try to back up, then realize that there's no backing up because Lestrada's there.
Yeah.
So Gray would cheer Aster on.
All right.
I'm not going to use my actual ability, I'm just going to use the help action.
Poke it harder.
Because while I could use my actual ability on the AoE effect, it wouldn't make a difference, and it's a once-a-day ability.
I think
Fair
the
enough.
help action is fine.
Fair enough. Okay. Zal does not know what's going on. Akuna does not know what's going on.
We're having a jade egg for dinner.
Napaka is gonna move. First things first, Roy, the wall next to you opens.
Hmm. Ooh.
And this
Oh,
large
shit.
machine begins to ram down towards in your direction. But you put the
run.
immovable rod in the way,
Oh,
which
I start running.
oh no, but it's still my turn. Give me a sec. It's gonna use it. It's just gonna move and attempt see whether it can push against the rod. So the rod has a DC of 30. Strength check, DC 30. It's a small object. Is there anything that's attached to this thing that you know about? No, okay. So it's just a straight strength check. The immovable rod blocks the Juggernaut from moving further. Oh wait, I have 5 feet range.
Wait, is it a jade juggernaut?
No, it's a stone Juggernaut.
But alliteration.
Jade is stone.
Huh. You know what? It's not gonna slam you because I didn't run over you, since it's more automatic that way. Lastrana, what are you doing?
Looking forward and going, hey, what's going on up there?
You hear screaming from outside.
Screaming.
Mostly
Roy!
a stream of swears, although it's mostly just shit, come out.
Lestrada's gonna move over here and poke her head out the wall.
So you see that the other wall is down and there's a large moving object that is attempting to roll over Roy, but it's being held back by a rod, the immovable rod.
Roy, you may want to get out of its way. And maybe shoot it.
We're just going shit. Like if we had a swear jar, Roy's wallet would be empty.
So what is Lastrana planning to do?
That's my turn, because if we're crawling, that's my movement
right.
and action to get there.
Okay. Roy, it's now your turn.
I spend the entire turn running away.
You know, if this was actually, if I treated the Juggernaut as a creature, I get to use the OA, but I'm not. Go ahead and run.
There. 10
Alright.
feet.
Okay.
I am very far away.
Alright.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Esther, what are you planning to do?
How, like, does the Juggernaut reach all the way up to the ceiling?
Yes, it fills the entire room.
Is it still close enough for me to poke it with my sword?
It moved. I think it moved out your line of sight because there is a corner there.
Do I think it would get an attack of opportunity if I moved, attacked, and then moved back?
If I had the opportunity, I would already attacked Roy. I'm using this as a trap, not a monster.
Okay, Aster's gonna move 5 feet and attack it.
Okay.
Well, 20 feet because I stand up.
Sure. Then you can roll straight.
I roll with advantage because I have the help action from a certain little kobold behind me.
Sure. Because that's how D&D mechanics work.
I love D&D mechanics.
I'll argue that Gray had to be at least next to a monster, but you know what? Let's go. Roll damage.
And then my second attack, it's not at advantage.
That hits.
And this one doesn't get the bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And Aster uses the last bit of their movement to crawl back into the hole.
Goes prone and runs back in. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Gray.
Can Gray get out around Aster?
Aster is rough terrain.
I'll consider Esther to be super difficult terrain. So the movement here is if you try to crawl over Esther, your movement will be a third. So your movement divided by 3 instead of half.
So I can still move 15 feet. Oh no,
Yes.
not 15. I can move 10 and a third feet.
Yeah, so you can crawl out, but you can't crawl back in.
Yeah, no. I will crawl out.
This is a very awkward situation.
It
Yes.
may only be rolling in one direction.
For that short second, the two of you are very intimate, have a very intimate connection to each other.
Is that a sword in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me, Gray?
I have several swords.
That's true.
Sounds like a kobold. Okay, so what you doing?
I will attack it with Rashi.
Okay,
Miss.
that will miss.
And then I throw a scimitar at it. Go, Pokemon Rashi.
That hits. Okay.
And then
You still
I
have two
crouch
more
behind
attacks.
my shield. Oh, right,
You still
yeah,
have two
no,
more
I have...
attacks. You are a fighter with the blessings of Shagambi. You have 3
Yes.
attacks.
That's a
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Okay, the second one would miss, the third one would hit.
It's where you poke them, Mon.
Okay, so that's another 4 damage.
Roy can't hear that last comment, but he feels a very strong urge to punch Rashi not Rashi, Gray the next time he sees him.
Okay, Zal sees the Juggernaut and moves behind Roy, so that the rest of you can come in if you choose to. Lacuna backs it into the tunnel. The Juggernaut will attempt to gain momentum, so it's gonna back up into Gray before dashing forward.
Wish.
So, backing up into Gray, you are a small creature. Oh, it does 2 things at the same time. Wonderful. Okay. First of all, it's gonna back up into Gray and slam Gray with a 12, which will miss. But because you are small, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
I mean, I can try.
Hmm.
Huzzah.
Okay. 12. Alright. You take 55 bludgeoning damage as it crushes into you.
Aster sees Gray's intestines just kind of poke out.
You see a wheel run over Gray, and it'll begin to move forward and attempt to bash into the immovable rod again. And fails. Okay, so it's stuck there once again. It will move eventually. I just said roll high enough. Hey, wait, what's the DC again? 30?
Yep.
It's not making the save, it doesn't have a high enough modifier.
It is an immovable rod, not a slightly movable rod.
I need to find something with a higher strength score. Wait. What? Oh, okay, fine. That's fine. Okay, that's Nabaka's turn. Lastrana, it's now your turn.
Lastrana is going to step out and stand up and shoot the thing.
Alright. That hits for 15. That hits for 20.
And then creep back in, and then pop back in the space.
Alright.
So as not to be smashed. She doesn't know it can't beat the immovable rod.
It will eventually.
She's going to stay here where it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
She can take pot shots.
Roy,
Yo,
what are you doing? Would you like to contribute to the DPS?
sure. I hop out and I see the thing is not moving, and I just fire a shot from my short bow.
Alright.
You know what? Let's make it a super damaging shot. Why not?
That hits.
17, and then I just kind of hop back in,
Alright.
and that's the end of my turn. I
Okay.
contributed.
Alright. Esther, what are you doing?
How is my squished kobold looking?
Wait, 55
There isn't a
damage is...
cobalt there anymore.
Yep.
How is my formerly squished Civ looking?
Ready to rip things into pieces? With his teeth if necessary?
I know that it fits all the way to the ceiling, but does it completely obscure vision to the other side?
I don't understand what you mean by that.
If Aster was here, could
Uh-huh.
Aster cast a spell that requires sight of right here?
Oh, okay. I would say this is a bit like a truck. So as you crawl down, you could look underneath the truck, and you can see the spot over there. So that's fine.
Okay, that was a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Aster is actually just going to move. How many feet is this hallway? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
But how about before you move, looking out, you do realize that the object that you're attacking, that the party is currently attacking, appears to be very cracked.
Okay, let's do this.
Please don't miss twice.
I won't.
Okay.
I missed once. Actually, no, I didn't miss once. Plus 10.
Correct.
For 24, I assume that hits.
Yes.
Okay, and this one does bludgeoning damage. 21. Is it still standing?
I mean, it is always standing because it is a truck. But many more cracks appear. It appears to just be barely holding together.
Okay, let's see if I can do this as my second attack.
That hits.
20.
That hits.
13 damage.
So close. It is barely holding together. Like it's threatening to collapse in half.
I pat Civ on the back and I duck back into the hallway.
All right.
You got this, buddy.
Civ, this thing crushed you into pulp. What are you planning to do with it?
Civ's going to rip it in half through the immovable rod.
That would be impressive.
All right.
So it's basically using the immovable rod as a guillotine.
So are you trying to shove it into the? Are you trying to shove it in?
You know what? Yeah, let's go with the ridiculous. Yes,
All right.
I'm going to force it through the immovable rod.
All right. That sounds like a contested athletics roll, but you have advantage if you're raging.
Yep.
Go ahead. You push it through the immovable rod.
Ripped.
So is it sheared in half, or is the rod
Yes.
moved? Oh, okay, good.
Treasure time. Is there a giant skull right here?
Hmm?
That's a giant skull.
It was underneath the floorboard. But when you have lifted it out and you have saw the floorboard, there's a gap in the floorboard for you to see it.
And then the scimitar attacks for bonus points.
Okay. So that's done. This fight is over. Okay. So with that fight is done. Okay. So as the Juggernaut crumbles into rocks, Sif and Esther, Sif who is about to turn back into grey, you notice that beneath the floorboard appears to be a large skull. And treasure sense requires an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But I'll say that you sense something coming from inside the skull.
It's treasure. Esther pulls up the floorboard.
Okay. So you reveal more of the skull. The skull doesn't appear to be the treasure. The treasure is inside the skull.
Is it possible to get to it without breaking the skull?
Yes.
The treasure was the skulls we found along the
So
way.
it's large. Basically, the hole there is large enough for Esther to kind of poke their head down, and you do see that within the nose socket. What's Esther's intelligence like?
I mean, she's not stupid. It's a 12.
Give me a
we-
nature check then. A nature check would be suitable for this. But it's not that important. But I just like to share information.
Nope.
Okay, it's a large skull with a giant hole. Might belong to a cyclops because there's a giant hole in the center of it. But there is a gemstone that is in the socket itself.
Yoink.
Okay, so as you pull it out, you realize that it's not really a gem, but it's long and elongated to a point, and the point itself is the tapering of this point of this gem to the point is about a foot. So it's a foot long gem that's long and narrow.
Tiny. Lestrana, I got another magic item.
Bring it here and give me a few minutes and I'll figure out what it is.
Esther tiptoes over the pile of rubble.
Okay, I'll say at this point, Sif should have turned back into gray, correct?
In theory, yep.
Okay. All right. So 10 minutes later, Lestrana would have identified this item. It is for Lestrana. what you feel that when you're examining and identifying this gem, it feels to be a lot more, despite its shape. You would think that a gem that's this long should be very fragile, correct? Because it is a crystal ultimately. But it's a lot harder than you expect it to be. And as you are done casting Identify, you learn the name of the item. It's called the Eye of Zaltek, and functions as a +3 dagger.
Ooh.
And the eye currently has 0 charges. When you kill a creature, it gains a charge. Extra action, you may expend 33 charges to cast Raise Down on corpse within 100 feet of you with no material components, only usable once a month. So, Lestrana, as you gain the name Eye of Zaltek, you recall information about it because I am assuming that Rashi gave you this information because Rashi found out about it once upon a time. But the summary of it would be that this ruby dagger is from a once gone empire and was used for ritualistic sacrifice. Which you can kind of gain from the actual ability of the eye. If you sacrifice 33 beings, you can save 1.
Time to find a chicken farm.
Fried chicken.
Sacrifice 33 chickens, then raise your friend.
Yep.
I think we need to get rid of the death curse first, though.
Yes.
Okay. And I think with that, I think it's a good time to have a short real life break. So let's do so. And you can tell me what you want to do with the dagger.
Okay.
Not useful for me. I assume it would be useful for Lestrana with.
Either Lestrana or Roy, both of them are high dex characters.
Yeah, currently my melee weapon is a normal non-magic dagger.
Roy seems to prefer to be at ranged.
I'm going to go use restroom.
Aster was hoping it would turn into a laser sword.
I'm back.
Are you playing Pokemon by chance?
No,
Like in
not
general?
really.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
upon a time, but I stopped at Ruby Sapphire.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was the sentence I was having trouble passing.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi,
The
back.
double negative was what caught me because there's a non-magical not made. Then my brain couldn't process the information after that.
I believe Ku is the one that was replaying all the Pokemon games recently.
Mm.
Who?
Pokemon.
I need a duck.
Farfetch.
But this, just to share, this Juggernaut was in Tomb of Horrors, but it was an instant kill effect
Mm.
because Tomb of Horrors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was supposed to just roll over anyone in the way, and I think XP to level 3. I think that was the YouTube channel. He had the level 20 party wipe from a single Juggernaut, something like that. Yeah,
I'd believe it.
Oh yeah.
because Tomb of Horrors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I could see where that sentence would be confusing.
Thank you.
I'm guessing that's its immunities.
Yeah, assuming because Esther does have bludgeoning damage, so I was okay bludgeoning damage. Then I was trying to read it, and my brain just blue screened when I saw the not made, non magical, and it just hanged.
Yeah, I have magical bludgeoning damage, which nothing in all of D&D resists.
Yes, but what I saw was slashing damage from attacks not made for adamantine weapons.
Your
Because
brain
my
skipped over the
eyes
non-magical attacks.
my
Not
eyes skipped over the non magical because there's just too much in a single sentence.
Snarky.exe has encountered an error.
Yeah.
yes, I
Trying-
could see where the tilt would show
Yeah.
up in the thought screens.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone is back. So let's continue. So with Lustrana holding onto this ruby blade, where would the party like to go now? Or what would the party like to do now?
Oh yeah, wasn't there a door at the other end of this hallway also?
It was a curtain.
There was a
Oh.
curtain that this thing was probably going to try to push us into.
I was expecting the evil murder death trap to be behind the curtain.
I mean, we could maybe look behind the curtain.
Never look behind the fourth curtain.
Okay. Is the intention to look behind the curtain?
I think Lustrana is going to be drawn to look behind the curtain if nobody else does.
Okay. So, Lustrana, you pull open the curtains. Could you just move in front of it? Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
taking a little peek.
So, wait, you can see behind the curtain, right?
Yes.
Okay, because my lighting didn't update. So, as you pull open the curtain, you see a 6-foot tall statue of a 4-armed gargoyle standing against the wall. Its 4 arms raised, as though it's attacking. But you do notice that out of the 4 arms, one of them is clenched shut. The other 3 are open, as though it's meant to be holding something. Carved into a small little plaque in front of the statue, which is the curved thing you see, is a riddle. 3 I need, then 3 more. 3 more still. Opens the door.
So we have to give it 9 of something.
Or we pick the chest and the door's already open.
What are the odds that we're gonna have to fight the gargoyle?
I know, are you planning on attacking a gargoyle?
Hmm.
Well, whether we're taking a rest or not at some point, I'm definitely going to need to do this.
Fair enough.
Seriously?
Because of treasure sense. Sorry. Esther, inside the clenched fist of the gargoyle is still a gemstone of value. It's not as much as the one that the Strana is holding, but it still appears to be holding of something of value.
There is
It's- mhm.
money in its hand.
Look at Aster. Are you planning to take it out of its hand?
Nope. It's not worth as much as that shiny stabby thing.
I think we need to go contemplate levers, buttons, and switches.
Okay. So, heading back to the console room or thereabouts, correct?
I would say yes. Anybody else's opinion?
Yes.
It seems
Sure.
reasonable.
Okay. So, it'll probably be. I'll just move the two NPCs first, and the party can decide where they want to go. Mhm. So for Gru, because you didn't see it last time, this is what the console looks like, and you can click on the magnifying glass to zoom in.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
the star lever results in crap.
Yeah. Okay, so who's going to console room?
Lestrada's gonna go look at the piece of machinery.
All right.
And wishing she could jump over this slime.
Yes, please. It has been a while, so please give me an athletics check. That's enough. Go ahead and go over. So as Lestrana begins to enter the console room, where is everyone else? Was Gray trying to go into the console room as well?
Trying, but not doing great.
Okay.
I can always force that to be a reroll, though.
I believe that is a save, right? You're making a check.
Well, it's a
Indomitable is
running
for
jump, is what it is.
Oh, right. You have athletics. Oh no, you have remarkable
Remarkable
athlete.
athlete, so I have extra distance on my jumps.
Sure. I think with remarkable athlete, the DC can be lower for you, so 10 will be fine.
Gray.
So, but you are going to the console room, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Gray will probably borrow the immovable rod and use it to set up a hammock above the console on the wall so he can supervise while taking a nap.
Okay. So I'll move you to the console room. I'll just put Sif somewhere in the exit room for now. Where's Roy going?
Uh, good question. Roy is going to the console room, I guess.
Okay. So let me just bring you close enough.
Here we go.
Yeah, because this is your Roy has been there. This is Rue's first time. So can I have if you want to move in, could I have athletics check?
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, let me. Hup.
You saw over with grace.
You
Wait.
jump over and do a little flip and perfect Olympic stand as you stick the landing.
You run and
then
triangle jump across the two walls.
Wait.
Right.
Where did you find the God of Grace, and why did you bring them here specifically?
Roy dismounts, bows, the judges clap, and he gets perfect tens from everyone except the Romanian judge.
I thought it was the French judge that said life is crap, so no one can do perfect.
Is Esther joining the three of them inside the console room or chilling out here with Lacuna and Zal?
I mean, someone's got to be in the room when it spins. Otherwise, what's the point of spinning it?
Fair enough. So since it has been a while, I'll give the description again. So on the console panel, there are 2 dials, 1 blue, 1 red, 2 buttons, 1 blue and 1 red, and also a gold lever with a star attached to it, which is also in the picture. In front
What does
of
this do?
well, your god says that you should just turn and press everything for starters. At the same time, so across the wall from you, I'm not gonna check until I finish reading the thing. So across the wall from you, there are multiple iconography built into the wall, and inside the center drawing, the center carving, there's a small little green light underneath it. So far, I believe, Lestrana has tried turning the blue dial left and right, which shifted the green light and only put the gold star lever, which pumped gray slime into the room. Okay.
Maybe pulling it again will have a different effect.
Nope, we're not touching the gold lever.
Roy's
Ejin is
already
like,
reaching
but
for the
gold is good. Gold is great. I like gold.
Yeah. Yes, we're not going to pull the gold lever. When we leave, we may take it with us, but
Why
we're
don't you
not
just take
going
it
to
now?
pull it.
You can just take it now.
We'll wait till we leave just in case it maybe breaks something and then nothing works.
Have these gods considered there's a reason why they're fucking dead? They're idiots.
Roy's already reaching for the lever.
Look, Lestrana smacks Roy again. So smacks Roy again. No touching.
Okay.
And then turns the blue lever to the right.
Okay.
Gray
So as
is
you turn it
lying in
towards
a
the
hammock
right.
4 feet up the wall.
Okay, so as you turn the dial towards the right, the light in front of you goes from the third to the fourth.
Hey, Roy,
Yo.
go to the end of the hall, but don't jump over the little gap, and see if anything changed.
Nothing has changed.
I'm gonna try pushing the blue button.
All right. So you push the blue button. Esther and Roy, you hear the sound of large engines grinding as the
Choo-choo.
entire room begins to turn. Now this is the fun part. So as the room turns, I'll just indicate what. Okay. See, imagine trying to do this using a tier total mind. So the entire room turns 30 degrees clockwise. So now the doors are here. That's the wrong shape I wanted to use.
Where's my
Yeah.
protractor?
Yeah. Okay, no, I just gotta indicate where the doors are because that's a lot better on my own personal sanity. No,
I was gonna say,
wait.
do they just look like basically what's in picture number 4?
Yes, but it's easier to visualize it on the map. So where the circles are where the doors, the 2 doors are now as the room turns. So Esther, your first instinct is you have lost sight of Roy and the passage he's at. You have lost passage to the previous vegetation room that was behind you. That's the first thing. Secondly, as you look up towards the ceiling, where the indications of the black dragons are, little puffs of dust vent out from the boxes above, and you hear a loud hiss of gas,
Oh no. Turn it back!
but nothing happens. Yeah, you just hear a loud venting of gas. That's all.
Did Roy hear the yell of "Turn it back"? Did Estrana hear it?
Probably. It shot loud
Turn it
enough,
back,
probably.
turn it back.
Uh,
I've got a high
but
enough passive
for
perception.
Esther, because of the way the door, you were standing there as the gear was turning. You get a moment view of the lake as well as the pier and the boats before it passes completely across that particular angle.
Boat.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, you can access the lake right now.
No, I'm good.
No, I just sharing the possibilities. Yep. So Lestrana, what are you planning to do now?
Did it turn clockwise or counterclockwise?
Clockwise.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah. So Lestrana. Now after pressing a blue button, the green light is now solidly underneath the fourth number.
Well, Aster said turn it back, so I'm going to turn the blue dial the other way and hit the
Number
blue
3.
button.
Okay. It continues to crank and now turns counterclockwise, and now the room is back to where it's supposed to be.
I'll be right back. I have an urgent thing I need to resolve.
Okay. And Esther, you now see Roy again, as well as the vegetation room behind you.
Hmm. And Roy's just standing there, just looking at the wall.
He's contemplating the puzzle. Let's put it that way.
Well, if this works the way I think it does, you might need to go into the plant room, and then I make it spin, and there should be access to a room in the north of that room.
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Profit.
I mean, it looks like there's a thing that the openings then face. So you'd need to get into the plant room.
Okay, Aster goes into the plant room. If I die,
I mean, as you say that, Lacuna and Zhao accompany you into the plant room.
if we die,
That's correct.
Well, the hall that's currently facing south should be facing north. And Lestrana's gonna turn the blue knob to the left and let it go.
Okay, so the light goes towards number 4.
And she's gonna turn the blue knob to the left again.
All right. So, Esther, you feel the room begin to rotate. The fastest way will be clockwise. And as the room comes to a stop, you see an open. Okay, so I'll just indicate where the doors are so that's easier. So the door is here. Oops, wrong shape. The door is here, and the door is let's see, this thing turns this way. The door is here, but this will have also turned. So this is actually a dead end because the doors are here and here. So it turned into a dead end right now. So Esther will immediately realize that they are isolated inside this cog right now, together with Lacuna and Zal.
But they can now see the room to the north.
Yes. So inside this room, you don't see anything immediately. What you do notice is a vile and disgusting purple gas released into the room.
Gross.
Okay. As it bellows out into the room and fills the room, you feel the ground beneath you begin to squirm
Gross.
as 2 of the things you killed come back to life. Just 2.
Gross.
I think because of the distance, Lestrana's not going to leave it long because this is testing a theory.
Okay. We'll just see. We'll just say that maybe 3 rounds. How about that?
Okay, because she'll probably be setting it up to turn it back to 3.
Okay. So,
Hello.
but that being said, I'll need Esther, Lacuna, and Zal to give me initiative rolls. Lacuna. Where is? Oh no, Yaka is still stuck with Lestrana, right? Okay. Okay. And I'll just use that as the same initiative order. Okay, very good. So first things first, Lacuna will attack. She will go. Lacuna glances at Esther and glances at Zal, and figures that she should probably help Zal out to take one down first. So Esther, Lacuna makes eye contact with you, and
Mhm.
she glances off to one side of the right.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's hoping that you will hold one while she and Zal take care of the other one.
Okay.
Very good. So she will execute 3 attacks on the mount, which is up. Yeah, alright. 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. I miss on the second attack. The first 2 hit. That would be 17 plus 18. That's 35 damage. Okay. Zal's turn. Zal will back up 5 feet and charge towards the mount. And will attempt to use a horn attack. Which will miss, I think. Yes, that will miss. Okay. Uh, now it's Esther's turn.
Time for some sword swings. Time for
hits.
some smite.
Go ahead.
Are these undead or fiends?
No.
Is it dead?
No.
Sad.
For the tree. Hold on. There's resistances I need to calculate. Give me a second. So that's a 3. That's a 4. So that's 7. Okay. Essentially it's a minus. It's a minus 8. So 63, 83 damage. All right. It was resistant to fire, so I had to go through the d6s.
Mm. Well, Esther's still gonna swing again anyway. And we now see the duality of man.
The two sides of D&D. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's my shambling mounts. I'll just do on Esther and Lacuna. So it's gonna attempt to. What's more interesting? It's gonna just move into your space and engulf you.
I feel violated.
And it does the same to the other one. Does the same to Lacuna. So when engulfed, you are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
Is there like a saving throw or anything?
No. It just says
Wow.
you're engulfed by it. Yeah. Oh right. At the start of your turn, you're supposed to give me a DC. Sorry, I think everyone to give me a con save against poison in the room. Yeah. So I missed that. So can everyone give me a con save? That passes. It's the same gas that caused everything to come back to life. That passes. Result. That passes. Everyone passed. That's good. So everyone takes 7 poison damage. Paladins are immune to poison and disease, or is it just disease?
Just disease.
Okay. Is it? Oh right, that's why people play dwarf paladins.
But I can end poison effects on myself using land hands points.
Yeah, but this happens every single beginning of the turn, so maybe not.
Yeah.
So -7. It's okay. So both you and Lacuna are engulfed. Lacuna's turn. She has a con score of +2, so she can hold for 2 rounds. So that's fine. This is the first of 2 rounds. She's blinded and restrained, so her attacks has disadvantage. Okay, so at the start of the turn, because she can't breathe, she doesn't have to take the poison damage. But she does have to take the engulf damage from... oh no, this is the start of the thing's turn, so she doesn't have to do it. Alright. So she's gonna swing twice. No, she's gonna swing 3 times from inside the shambling mound. So this would be a disadvantage from being blinded and restrained. So 1, 2, 3. So only the first hits, the other two miss. So that would be 14 plus 3. Huh, that's a crit I wasted. So what did I save? 17. Okay. Alright, so that is Lacuna's turn. On Zal's turn, Zal is going to make a con save against poison. Fails, takes the poison damage. That's the wrong dice. How did I roll higher on a smaller die? She is gonna reckless. Zal is gonna reckless and attempt to great axe the mound. That's gonna hit for 19 damage. And as a bonus action, she'll attempt to shove the shambling mount away from Lacuna. So that is a strength saving throw on the mount. The mount fails, and they shove 10 feet away. So Lacuna can now continue breathing. Esther, it's now your turn. First things first, you don't take poison damage, so you're fine. Carry on with your turn.
Okay. Aster is just gonna try to attack from inside.
Fair enough. You already
Right.
used your plus 10, right?
Yep.
Do you get a second use of it at
Nope.
this level? Okay. Second attack?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. So it's now the mount's turn. At start of the mount's turn, I need Esther to give me a con save. That passes. There's no disadvantage, so it's 19, correct?
Okay, yeah.
That passes, you do not take any damage. It is going to punch itself, slamming into you. So it has advantage against you because you're both blind and restrained. So the first attack is a crit. Second attack is a miss. 15 will still miss you, so take 17 bludgeoning halved. So that's 8 bludgeoning in total.
Okay.
Alright. The other shambling mound is going to go over and engulf Lacuna again. But that will be its turn. Lacuna is just gonna attack.
Stretch.
So Lacuna is gonna do 3 attacks at disadvantage. 1, 2, 3. 2 are hits. 24 plus 19. Okay. That one looks pretty hurt. That will be Lacuna's turn. Zal is going to have to save against poison. Fails and takes the full 48 again. 24 damage. And it's going to recklessly Great Axe the Shambling Mound. That just hits. Is it? Yes, that just hits for 20 slashing. Followed by a ramming attack followed by a shove. But the mount succeeds this time, so it only takes 20 damage. Esther, it's now your turn. What's Esther's con score out of curiosity?
18 plus 4. I bet 4 rounds. So
Okay.
this is round 2.
Alright. Just checking.
Yeah, I have a plan if we get to round 4.
Alright. I don't think it will. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, so I'll just keep attacking until we get there.
Alright.
So 2 attacks with disadvantage.
That hits.
And I'm gonna use a first level smite because I want out of here.
Fair enough. Okay, so the fire damage is half, so it's a -2 too. So 19 plus 11. Sorry, my brain stopped doing max. 19 plus 11 is 30 damage. Okay. You feel the grip of the mount begin to loosen, but you're still in it.
I swing again.
Alright. That hits.
And I smite again.
Fair enough. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 6, 18. It's barely holding on to you. Yeah, your roll just needed to be a bit higher.
That's my turn.
Alright. The mount, first start of the mount's turn, I need a con save from Esther and Lacuna. Lacuna passes. Oh, it's con save, so actually I have +4 to that, so she actually rolled a 22 normally, same as Esther. Okay, so you do not take any damage from the engulf. It's just 2 slams on Esther, 2 slams on Lacuna, so I'll do Esther first. At advantage, so 21 for 17 bludgeoning, so that's half to 8. 22 at advantage, so that will be 4. Okay, then we'll do 2 attacks on Lacuna. That's a crit on Lacuna for 21. Plus 21 plus 17 is 38. Okay. Alright, Lacuna's turn. Can't breathe poison gas cause not breathing. This will be at the end of this, assuming the Shambling Mounts go, Lestrana will turn the room back, alright?
Yes.
I think regardless of it, Lestrana will turn the room back. Okay, so she kills off this Shambling Mound. Runs over and attempts to save. Actually, Esther should be fine, but she'll go over and help Esther. She still has more than half her HP, so that's a full attack. 22 and 11, but the 22 for 20 damage is enough to kill off the other Shambling Mound.
I hate plants.
And as the last Shambling Mound dies, the room begins to turn back.
Oh,
as Lestrana activates the console one more time, shutting off the room from the poison gas coming from top.
There was poison plant resin gas.
Well, we don't want to go that way again.
Was there anything about that particular room turning that I missed out? I'm just worried because the third gear also turns, and I'm just worried. It was number 4, right? Yeah, number 4 is completely blocked off. Yeah.
I was gonna say which light was illuminated at the time?
That was number 4 because you turned it number 4. And you pressed the blue button. The room turned. There was the plant fight, and then you turned it back to number 3 and pressed the blue button, so it's now back at number 3.
Well, number 4 doesn't look like it accesses that top room.
Mm-hmm.
So there was poison gas.
That brought 2 of the plant monsters back to life.
Well, I think we need to get into the further room that we haven't even seen yet.
Aster needs a nap.
Why don't we take a break and I'll do some calculations.
I hate math.
Lestrana does not hate math.
The acid room is probably safer right now compared to other rooms.
Would this be a good place to end the session?
Yes, it would. I think this would be a good place to end. I think for Silver / Lestrana to maybe ensure the rest of the party and players
Do
to
some
figure out
math.
where should people be when the rooms are being turned, so that you have access to additional areas. Because I think based on with the diagram on the wall, you do know that there is more places to go beyond the third gear. But so far, you only have been seeing the first and second ones.
Yeah, that's what it is. And somebody is going to have to be in the room flipping levers.
Mm-hmm.
The very tired Cobalt has a theory involving boats.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
But
Nice
it might be necessary. You might have to turn the rooms so that you have to use a boat to get to the other rooms.
We'll burn that moving bridge when we get to it.
Yep. So I'll say let's stop here. I believe we also are having a 2-week break because next week is some WoW release date.
Yeah.
Is it next week?
Yeah.
It does release next week, yes.
Yes. So next week will be a break for all of us.
Because 2 of us will be busy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I'll say let's just be what's the word here? Let's update each other on the scheduling because it's hitting the holiday season. So family personal commitments might come up.
Yes. This is probably going to be a very touchy time of year for any kind of...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. I had to miss 2 sessions of Curse of Strahd because of personal arrangements. One being cosplaying yesterday.
Traditionally in December and early January we skip sessions more often than have them.
Yeah. Traditionally for Christmas I have to kill God. That's
Which
a Persona
one?
5. That's a Persona 5 reference.
I enjoy Persona 5. I've
It's
really
like Die Hard, it is a Christmas movie game.
I am still waiting for Kiwi to finish it.
One day.
I'm already on my 3rd playthrough of Royal.
I've played through the original 3 times. I'm still playing through Royal.
Okay,
Alright,
so no
I'll
spoilers.
catch everyone next week. Sorry, in 2 weeks from now, unless something else comes up.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
See you all soon.
Bye.
Eh.
Take care, peoples.
Eh.